We started yesterday class on self. It was the first class in which we cared for self-hypnosis because we have been taught in the West to learn enlightenment. It's just like that one day perhaps we'll switch on a bulb and we will have a light. We do not understand that the most powerful thing in a human is the consciousness. We don't have the power of commitment if we do not have consciousness. We don't have the power of conception if we do not have consciousness. We don't have the power of deliverance if we do not have consciousness. When we do not have consciousness, we do not have basic intuition. Now the problem is the intuition has to be developed. It is there, but it's dormant. Everybody is not intuitive. You can be intuitive, but you are not. That's why they say the soul is dormant. And dormant soul means that you are alive, but you live by impulse. So what is the difference between you and an animal? Animal lives by impulse also. Animal is impulsive. When to an animal it comes, oh, food, then for animal it is food. Then for animal it is a stretch, it is a stretch. It is a yawn, it is a yawn, gets up in the morning. Everything to an animal is an impulse, and that guides the animal. So we are three parts. We have a beast, which is animal. We are a human, which is rare one of us. And we are angels, which is real of us, which we never sometime reach. How many people are there among us who can give and forgive and never lie when it comes to giving? Search your hearts. No, I am not asking you to confirm with me. In your own heart you got to know. If somebody comes and says, hey, I need this, and you have it, you won't give it. You say, oh, I'm not tight these days. Not possible. If you have $100,000, somebody doesn't have that $100,000. So you got that $100,000, but somebody doesn't have it. If you have $1 million, somebody doesn't have that $1 million. So matter and energy is matter of exchange. It is not a matter of authority. Simply you hold it. That's all it is. And more energy you hold, in case of money or matter, money is a medium, or matter, that much insecure you are. Have you seen an animal holding a stock of money? They don't know. Because they are only by impulse. When a she-dog is horny, she is horny. The whole town knows the she-dog is horny. There is nothing you can stop it. Here we are all the time she-dog horny or not horny at all. We use the impulse of sex to control our relationship. And that's why we are married, we are divorced, we are divorced, we are married. And that's the curse of the modern age, because we use sexual intercourse and sexual relationship insensitivity by control system. Conscious control. We are dishonest. I was asking somebody today, I say, hey, why you got married? He said, oh, it was her idea. I said, why you got divorced? Oh, it was her idea. I said, you got married, it was her idea. You got divorced, it was her idea. But was there some idea of yours? He said, no. I never wanted to get married. Then why you got married? Oh, she wanted it. Why you got divorced? She wanted it. Well, what you want? I don't know. I never wanted to get married. Very undeveloped sense of relationship. You have very undeveloped sense of relationship. So, the fact is you are married or you are divorced or you are unmarried, 3 stages can happen, right? You have no sense of relationship. Because your sense of relationship is by impulse. And your relationship by sensual control. I must say, is there any more stupid thing than this? Have you any idea that how sick you people are? I mean, just think of that. Because to start with, you are never real to each other. Not at all. You are emotional, impulsive relative. Emotional, impulsive relative. That's called IIRs. That's all you are. And either the emotions are gone or impulse is gone, you are gone. So what happens? There are children involved. And what happens to those children? Angry bugs. Have you seen those children? They are angry like in hell. Fangs. They look at the earth like this. Why? They think they have been betrayed. And generation after generation we produce these angry children. And then we blame the society that we have criminals. One of my staff members went to participate into a festivity. Wanted to go. I said, just go, it's fine. Day and a half after came. That was fine too. It didn't hurt me. Since then, the person is so religious and so humble and so sweet. And I looked around and I said, what happened? Oh, they were all animals. I said, what do you mean they were all animals? We are all animals. No. They have gone animals. Don't forget, we all have in us that animal. We are supposed to get out of that animal all time. I don't blame people when they drink, when they take drugs, when they smoke. All that is because they have no self-control, self-impulse. All habits which bring you outside poison into system, or any stimulation of any sort, is because of the indiscipline. Because you have no control on your impulse. And when you don't control your impulse, you have no intuition. And when you have no intuition, you are not human. You are a mammal which walks on two legs and look like a human. Sometimes sit down and talk to yourself. You'll find the greatest difficulty in self-communication. Why I do things which I do. I was joking with somebody today. I said, this is a good cake, you should eat. No. I have stopped eating cake. I have? Repeat it. I have stopped eating cake. How difficult it is. Just watch, you are not eating cake. Because this person ate cake all life without knowing, till it reached a point, can't take any more. You always do things till you reach a point you can't do anymore. That's why your marriage is not a marriage, your life is not life, your relationship is not a relationship. And you never ask this question, why it is happening to me? Because you must live by intuition and by consciousness, and not by commotion and by impulse. You are a human. And unfortunately, one day I sat on a festival of consciousness, New Age festival of consciousness. There were 700 therapies, 700 options available in that festival, which was to cater to person impulse. So animal is being made a better animal. That's all. So what is your impulse? You should have a better coat like a horse, shining coat. So moisturizer creams and facelifts and whatever you do. Like I was joking that day, I said, how much money you spent? $280 to look natural blonde? $280 and 3 hours to look natural blonde. The person will look really ugly. And I said, what is this all about? Oh, as you have never gone to a salon. And you laugh at it. You do not want to impose yourself. You want to be not impressive anymore. Why? Well, there are thousands of artificial blondes, so one has to live now natural blonde. You always want to look different. Fundamentally, each one is different. You don't have to look different. Just recognize you are different. That you are not willing to recognize. If you recognize you are different, you become lonely, you become insecure, and you freak out. That's how bad it is. Just tell you are you. Ah! You scare. You scream. Because you can't accept you as you. So what do? Go to a psychologist. Tell what your parents did wrong. Blame them. What your boyfriend did wrong, blame him. What your girlfriend did wrong, blame her. All you find in this society to spend money to find excuses, where excuses are abuses, self-abuses. You are never willing to become you. You refuse. 25 years ago I came and I said, it is always you which matters. Come with me and I'll teach you how to be you. It became popular with some people, but didn't hit the road. Because fundamentally you are afraid to be you. You always want somebody else. If you are not you, what else can help you? Just give yourself a break. So, yesterday we tried self-hypnosis for intuition. And today is the second class. And that is how gradually we are little by little teaching you to experience you, little by little. I'm not saying, because these are the classes, we can't push you to the hilt in one day. Overnight we say, okay, close your eyes. Now watch your wings coming out of your arms. No, there's no such thing. It is a process of learning gradually, slowly. And you are Western. You are window shoppers. You go. I go to the restaurant to eat, and many people come and they read the menu first. What is going to be available inside? They are not hungry, they are just looking for something to eat. You are looking for some satisfaction. You don't think that you have satisfaction inside. Therefore, you have to look outside for satisfaction. And unfortunately, outside than you, there is no satisfaction. You can waste money, time, and your life. Nothing exists outside you. If that is not true, when you are dead, what happens? Where is your thoughts? Where your wealth? Where your games? What happens to you? Have you any idea? It's done, over with. You're finished. And you have no control over it. And that's it. Therefore, on one side is Maya. Maya is me. And mission is thou. Mission is when me humbles itself and serve others. That's thou. When I consciously humble myself and serve others, that's thou. If you cannot see God in all, you cannot see God at all. Whether you are a black person, or you are a white person, or you are a redneck, or you are this, the color of the blood in your veins and your arteries is the same. There's only difference in you is your thinking, because you can never think as you. Oh, I'm British. Then what? There's a little island in somewhere that makes you British, or this makes you American, or that makes you Canadian. So always you try to bifurcate and identify yourself with something else. Never that you are one big human race created by a creator for experience, intuition, and consciousness. And for centuries you have been asked not to practice any practice which teaches you intuition, because then you become stronger than the teacher. And every student of today has to be 10 times better than their teacher tomorrow. That's the principle of life. And it cannot be denied. It has been denied all these centuries. Therefore, man is totally wrapped up into Maya. That day, a lady died. She left everything to her butler. Now they say butler is no good. When she was alive, butler was good. Now she is dead, butler is no good. Now everybody else is good but that butler. When she was alive, there was only one person, that was that butler. Because everybody wants to have what they don't have. The fight is always between haves and have-nots. Fight is never between two persons. Fight is not between two individuals. Fight is those who have and those who don't. Those who have, there are others who don't. Those who don't have, they will never try to earn a process of intuition and consciousness they can have. No. They will like to grab what somebody else has. And when you wear somebody's shell, it doesn't fit you. And that is where the trouble begins. There's always saying, somebody's coat will never fit you. You hear that many times. So in this intuitive world of ours, in which we are supposed to live as human and practice, and that's this is all about, and I'm going to teach you twice a week only, with the idea that you can go home and practice what I taught yesterday and what I'm going to teach today. Simple exercises. They are not very heavy ones, but they are good ones. They are steps to grow human. Human is a qualified individual who has the dormant intuition and regulatory consciousness. And you need both so that you can match up a challenge. So tonight we'll go into a posture. As we did yesterday, we did like this. You remember that? You remember that? We did like this. Now, today you do the same, but you catch the mercury and the id. This is id, this is Jupiter, this is Saturn, this is Sun, this is Mercury. These are your inlets, antennas. That's why your hand is split. Now you do like this and sit like this, please. And close your eyes and bring them to the tip of the nose and give a long life to yourself with a long breath, because you live by the breath of life. And relax and let it go. Breathe you long, and it is amazing what this simple thing can do. Simple, effective thing can do. And you look, your eyes are in the back of your skull, and you will look mentally behind it. Forget you have frontal eyes. Just understand your eyes in the back of your neck. Just look at create the mental eye, not between your eyes and third eye and try to pretend to be great, which you are not. But just, there are eyes in the back of your neck. And you have your Mercury, your id combined, and your breath is long life. Long life means long breath. Longer the breath, longer the life. Shorter the breath, shorter the life. And you get lost. And we give you simple music so that you can float with it. And you will do it very consciously. In this gradual, step by step, you will grow. So that you may not spoil yourself by asking others. You may learn to ask yourself all the time. Yourself is the only God you can ask. Be very relaxed. Where there is a tension or duality, there is no divinity. this Saturday, you have every healer here at this Yoga West. And they are inviting you to come between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. For $20, you can get all this chiropractic, pranic healing, massage therapy, flower essence, Satnam Rasayan, gemstone healing, card reading, and much more. That is cheap. There is going to be healing fair here. But right now, if you just relax, you are healing. And that can save right now you. Relax, but not fall apart. Be alert and exert. Alertness is the key to life. You cannot exert in life if you are not alert in life. They both go together. There is a 900 number in you. It's called self-psyche. Sometime dial that. You dumb dudes. Instead of paying $3 in a minute, you can call your own number. Say 9000I. I, the idiot, what do I say? What do I say about my idioticness? And you get answers you can't believe. If you just sit and relax and call your own psyche inside and save Bill. And if you are very sexual and sensual and you call that number where the girl talks, you better call your own inside and close your eyes and see the stars, the moon, the sun, the space and beyond. It's far out. Whenever you mentally expand yourself, you save yourself trouble. When you mentally contract yourself, you trouble yourself. That's how trouble is. Trouble is defined. You go vast, trouble becomes zero. You go in, trouble becomes big, you become small. Steady now. You're just on the borderline of the twilight zone. Body will go through changes. The glandular system will start now merging differently. Your bloodstream will change, chemistry will change. The muscles will react. Just don't, just stay where you are and Let it flow. Compute your psychic power now. I, the self, call upon my psyche I, the self, that's the key word to it. I, the self, call upon my psyche to come in and show me the infinity of my Creator and future, and find me the facts. That's the basic of the intuition. That's most wonderful, divine in you. I, the self, call on my psyche, take me to the infinity and show me the vastness of this creation. Body will go through now the realm of changes because your blood chemistry has changed, and so is your aura. So basically you are not what you said before. So at this time self-control is very needed, very required, because handling the energy is very requirement, basic requirement. So please be in self-control. Sit like great Buddhas. And let the heavens walk in you. Where there is a good fortune, there are heavens. Fortune comes from heavens, and earth is blessed with it. That's how the relationship is. Not too much earth and no heavens, that relationship doesn't work. Don't complain, don't cry. Be compassionate and caring right now. And just control yourself. This is the moment of life which is asking for a self-control. Keep the posture, let the mercury come through. The space will open to you, the heavens will open to you. That's the beauty of the mercury. Celestial communication. That's what the Lord of the Miracles, Guru Ram Das, helps those who meditate on Him with that angelic power to come through. Things which cannot be explained, things which are beyond human. Let the breath be longer so that you can live longer, healthier, richer. If you take a long breath and you can control your breathing to 5 breaths a minute, you can never be poor, period. Normally you breathe 15 times a minute. And when you are upset, you breathe sometimes 25 breaths a minute. You are crossing the twilight zone of the pain into the zone of space that means humongous insecurity. Just be you and start floating. One who created you is with you. You are not alone. You and your Creator and your consciousness have to now lock in. I said lock in. Clamp it. You, your Creator and your consciousness, lock in now. The priceless experience. See the planet Earth as you are standing on the moon. Mercury, moon, communication. Sustain yourself in this zone for another couple of minutes. That's all you can do. Narinjan, I'm watching you and you must meditate. Good girl. I know you're hiding behind your mom, but that doesn't make any difference. I can see through, you know what I mean? If you won't meditate, you won't go skiing, you know. So, let's make a deal. You do it right. Longer the breath, longer the life. More opportunities, good luck. Inhale deep. Put your both hands on the chest, please, and press hard, as hard as you can. Hold the breath and press hard. Hard, actually hard. Breathe out. Now please breathe in again. Deep. Put your both hands at your navel point and press really hard. Hard. Your hands must come through. Breathe out. Now fold your hands in the center, please, and breathe in. And put all the pressure together to neutralize energy into the entire being. This is the most important. Let it disseminate into all fibers right from here. And you relax. Good. It's all right. Well, we'll go through the 40 steps of it slowly. It's unfortunate that it's not like an old school that a person comes and learns one lesson and goes through the 8 weeks of it and then test it out and then giving a second lesson, like that. Here, if we cannot have best, we make best what we have. But you must understand, if your eyes cannot see in the back of your neck, you are not covered. First step of intuition. If you cannot see the unseen, you cannot know the unknown, you cannot talk the unutterable, you are not a human. But nobody has told you that way. You have the vote. You can elect any idiot you want. You think you're American, you are Democrat, you are Republicans, you are government, you are person. Actually, you're a bunch of nothing. Because you are dormant. Dormant donuts do not make sense. I used to say in Canada, dormant donuts do not make any sense. They're only good when they're fresh. And how long the freshness of a donut lasts, you know that. So you have to gradually grow to develop your intuition and your consciousness, and you have to do it consciously. Once you do consciously to reach your intuition, you will be a totally different person. Then you will be, I call on myself and my psyche. I did one mistake in America. I told somebody where the dog is, and I remember 6 months, my telephone never stopped. My cat is lost, my dog is lost, as I am the only one who can find all that. And I said, from today onward, I'll never do this wrong again. I did it out of just a goodwill. I never meant to impress anybody. But I was very innocent, I was new, and I was hungry and the person couldn't come because dog was lost. So I said, go and find your dog such and such place and bring it home and bring my food. That's all I did. I was straight, honest person. And somehow the word got spread that I can find a lost dog. So if I can find a lost dog, I can find a lost cat. But actually I can find a lost soul. That's my speciality. That's where I come from. And I believe in the beauty of the individual. That's where I do not fit in with the normal trend. I believe that every individual is very bountiful, beautiful and blissful, but simply they are undeveloped. And this undeveloped dormant self is just sitting there and rotting for nothing. So if we can somehow work it out, then we are complete. And that's a great joy to live. I'm not saying that you are going to be all good. No. What is going to be when there's all worst, you are going to be good. That's real good. Then you will have the courage, the endurance, and the grace to go through all what there is. Then everybody will say, oh my God, that person is a saintly person. That's the real human. Then everybody will trust you. They'll respect you, they will adore you, they will communicate with you. They will trust your forgiveness, they trust your projection, they will trust your personality. Because they will see the shining soul in you, the Spirit of God. That's what you are. Then you don't have to pay $280 to look natural, blonde. Look what? Then your looks will be your looks. And within the eye there will be a look which will look at you and say, oh, beautiful. There's a richness of a human which you can share. And that's what we'll develop slowly through these classes and keep going. Hope to be next week with you, just for 2 days. Meanwhile, I've taught you yesterday and today, and there's a week in between to practice that. So please don't waste time, just continue every day for 11 minutes or 22 minutes, whatever time you can spare to take one practice and just go through it as you went with me. Meanwhile, may the long time It is our prayer. May thy light grow, may thy consciousness guide, may thy endurance sustain, may thy character work. May you live in beauty, bounty and bliss. Satnam.